Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you all are fine and enjoying good health with the grace of Almighty Allah. Mr. Muhammad Khalid. Welcome you in the course Pakistan Studies. It is week 1 and lesson 2. Dear students, Pakistan Studies basically is a discourse or domain of social studies. Social studies primarily is an insight into the geography, history, political science, system of government, ethnicity, religion, culture, and huge domain of the human study. Fine, as it reads, social studies is a discipline that includes humanities such as geography, history, and political science. Well, this subject is highly significant in developing our understanding about our society and the societies of the world. With the help of this skill of social studies, we are able to compare ourselves with the other people and can analyze our problem and can diagnose our issues. Well, what relationship is Pakistan studies and social studies? As I have expressed in the quite beginning, that social studies is the study of the human life completely. So, when you specify or focus the social study domains or topics to a specific country, to a specific nation, to a specific region, that it is named after that very nation. For example, in Pakistan study, will aim to cover or will definitely cover geography of the country, in Pakistan. Fine. Earlier civilizations, people, their origins, historical development, historical traces, culture, trade, system of government, relations with the other people, other nations, natural resources, mean a complete set of the uh, ideas and concepts that we need to understand to answer many questions. Fine. So you got the difference, that what is a difference, the difference between Pakistan studies and social studies. Simply, when you specify an area, that for the social study it becomes that very. For example, if some person has aimed or has got a course in Qaid-e-Azam University or in other areas about American history, geography, culture, development, earlier civilization, fine, constitutional development, fine, that is called American studies. Fine, if someone has focused on Indian culture, society, then called Indian studies. Fine, similarly it will become Chinese studies, mean where you ever specify. Well, uh, the primary purpose of social studies is to help young people make informed and reasoned decisions for the public good as a citizen of a culturally diverse democratic society in an interdependent world. Now, question is that what's the purpose of teaching social studies or country studies or Pakistan studies? The major objective of teaching social studies is to acknowledge the people, to inform the people and guide the people to make opinion, decisions, and take part in the political, social, religious, and economic decisions and of their countries. Clear? Number one. Number two, they may be able to analyze their own circumstances and can adjust themselves in this democratic and highly vibrant interdependent world. Dear students, now it is very much important, and I say that it is unavoidable to any single individual to be away from social studies, since the lives of nations and civilizations is dependent on the others. Means जब से इस 21वीं सदी में दुनिया एक दूसरे के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा करीब आ चुकी है और हम अब दूसरे मुल्कों के सिवा दूसरी कौमों के साथ रवाबत रखे बगैर अपनी जो सलामती है उसका तसव्वुर मुश्किल से ही कर सकते हैं। देखिए, आपके हाथ में जो लैपटॉप्स हैं, मोबाइल फ़ोन्स हैं, ये चीज़ें हैं, ये अमेरिका से, फ्रांस से, वेस्ट से आती हैं। डिफेंस का बहुत ज़्यादा सामान जो है वो फ्रांस से, वेस्ट से आता है, ठीक है। फिर बहुत सारे जगहों पर पाकिस्तान को अपने तहफ़्फ़ुज़ के लिए, हमारे इंटरनल मामलात के लिए, ये FTF का मामला है या दूसरे तीसरे मामलात हैं, दे हैव टू deal with the international community. Clear? In all means that every individual have to be well informed about the decision in the country and their impact on the international country. Let's for example, अब इसकी मिसाल ले लें। अभी ये PTI के दौर में गुजरावाला में opposition का एक जलसा चल रहा है and the coverage is being given by the Indian media, and also there is a propagation within the Pakistani media and they are depicting it as if something is going against the democratic rule, going against the country. So this is what? It's a kind of propagation. Now, this is going to directly affect Pakistanis inside the country and outside the country. Thereby, we have to know about everything that is happening. And when you start knowing about what is the political system, what are the political parties, what are the domains, what are the national interests, why the why these kind of decisions are going to create a worst or better effect on our international trade and commerce and industry. So these all are the domains and the topics of the social studies. Fine. For further definition of social study, that the specific topics within social studies at school or university college is understanding about geography, anthropology. Anthropology is called the knowledge of human origin. इंसानों की जो तारीख़ है, इंसानों का जो इंसानों की जो तख्लीक है, वहाँ से लेके आजकल जितना भी इंसानों ने सफ़र किया है, जितना भी इंसान के अंदर जिद्दत और तब्दीली वाक़या हो चुकी है और उसका दर्जा बदर्जा मुतालिया करना, दिस इज़ कॉल्ड एंथ्रोपोलॉजी। ये सवाल है, फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अगर मैं आपसे पूछ लूँ कि जी आप कहाँ रहते हैं, आप कहते हैं जी आई लिव इन जेलम, ओके, देन आई आस्क यू ओके what is your caste, you say I'm Gakhad Raja, okay, then I said who are the Gakhads? Clear? So when you explore step by step, this knowledge is called anthropology. Second is economics, history, sociology, political science, and civics. Aims and purpose of the social studies, clear. It is, I have explained you that the major objectives of the social studies was to give a proper understanding about ourselves and our culture, history, geography, so that we may understand our potentials as well as our weakness. There are certain major important points for studying Pakistan studies, or you can say especially social studies. Fine. Over and again, I'm emphasizing that here social studies mean that Pakistan studies is a social studies basically. Clear? And when you focus on Pakistan, it'll become Pakistan studies. Better reading and learning. Clear? A student of the social studies becomes better reader and learn better about the societies, about its system of government, economics, and this and that. And thereby, his stock of knowledge is much more than a person simply studying computer sciences and physics and working out in the lab. Being a human, he has a family, friends, society, and he has to go out and deal with the people. So science gives you scientific matters, but social studies give you how to become a better human beings. Clear? So you have lots of books, interesting facts. Fine. Citizens' responsibilities and values. Social studies students learn about culture, religion, law, norms and traditions, media and relationship. Thereby, by this uh, virtue of extended knowledge, he becomes, he transforms into a better citizen, and he can relate and cooperate well with the fellow beings as well as with the system, government, with the uh, government departments, and as well as when that person has a, an opportunity to move around in the world, so he appears to be a very good, natural, unbiased, true ambassador of the culture and the values of the nations. Cultural understanding. Social studies provide you a room to culturally understand. Clear? For example, in Pakistan, you find that there are so many cultures like Gilgit and Baltistan are a bit different. Kashmir, the people follow a different set of values. Punjabis, clear. Pashtuns, Sindh, and all others. Okay, being Muslims, 90% of our values are similar, but those 10% are very distinct, which have to be followed. When you enter into service, or some person has a matrimonial relation, or mean he get married to that society, they have to follow those norms and societies. Economic education, clear. Social studies provide you the economical education, and a person is able to understand about the production, agriculture, trade, commerce, and industry, and reasons of levying more and more taxes, clear, and the political systems in government. It provides you critical thinking. Well, when a person has got so much information about history, geography, anthropology, religion, ethnicity, economics, trade and commerce, then obviously when some problem is faced by the person, he will not think is as a layman. जिस तरीके से हम देहाती और हम लोग जो पढ़ते नहीं हैं, जो समझते नहीं हैं, उनकी राय की तरह वो नहीं सोचेगा, बल्कि he will speak, he will have evaluated on the critical basis. और critical thinking के steps ये हैं कि ये चीज़ है क्या, clear, and why it is like, ये ऐसा क्यों है एंड व्हाट इट शुड बी। के पाकिस्तान क्या है, पाकिस्तान में जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं ये क्यों हैं, और पाकिस्तान को बेहतर किया कैसे किया जा सकता है। सो दीज 3 पॉइंट्स आर एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ critical thinking. Real world understanding. This point is very important. There, don't amaze at how much emphasis I have put in my voice. Real time understanding. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, India, subcontinent, people are given dreams. लोगों को ख्वाब दिखाए जाते हैं। सियासी लोग रोटी कपड़ा मकान अपने ख्वाब दिखाते हैं, ठीक है। मजहबी लोग जन्नत हूरें गुलमान इन चीज़ों के ख्वाब दिखाते हैं, ठीक है। गांव के जो बड़े बड़े लोग हैं वो गरीब लोगों को ख्वाब दिखाते हैं, जी हम ये आपके साथ कर देंगे, ये कर देंगे। Political science, social studies give you the real understanding of the world, that what people are doing actually, what are their motives, उनके मकासद क्या होते हैं, वो किस तरीके से लोगों को ये ख्वाब दिखाते हैं, then they just loot them, then they exploit them, and this is they are making money. And they, that is true. पाकिस्तान में हर बंदा almost most of the people are doing so. पीर, फकीर, so-called walis, politicians, journalists, okay, bureaucrats, they all are showing a different kind of picture to the Pakistani people. और हर बंदा इस बोली को दाल लगा के चला जाता है. Life is bitter. Okay, social studies give you the chance to the real world understanding and political skills. Everybody is talking about politics and everywhere in the world, but politics without knowledge and reason is bickering, quarreling and fighting. यही वजह है the people are fighting. They are following the political parties, establishment blindly. Clear? Only what they have. They have established social media groups. उसके अंदर पोस्ट आती हैं, फेक्स आती हैं. Unfortunately, मुख्तलिफ किस्म के राइटर्स, रिफॉर्मर्स, पब्लिक पर्सनस के नाम के फेक अकाउंट बना के उनके जरिए ट्विटर अकाउंट्स के जरिए वो भेजा जाता ताकि गलत किस्म की हदीसें और जो कुरानी आयात के बिल्कुल मुख्तलिफ मफहूम बयान करके they just arrest the mind of the people and people become emotional. For the political skill, first study the political. Okay, respect history. History is another topic that a student of political science understand the history well, social studies, and history gives you the evidence that what life has happened. Thank you very much. It was the brief background about the social studies. Inshallah, in the next video, we'll discuss more. Thank you very much.